Joe Concha. Oh, there he is. Fortunate for us. Joe, look, it was a quick interview, and you can't be too critical. It was New Year's Eve. You don't want intense political discussion on New Year's Eve, do you? So will you offer an excuse for the president on this?
I would normally. In other words, you're not going to get a tough interview from Ryan Seacrest because that's not his job.
True.
However, in this situation, if Joe Biden gave, say, his year-end press conference like presidents do at the end of every year, where he actually did speak to actual journalists and took some tough questions and balanced it out a little bit, then that's fine. But he's only doing the types of interviews that are of the T-ball variety that you just showed. And overall, in 2023, Stu, Biden held 3 solo press conferences in 2023. 3.
That's it.
I want to put that into context. Donald Trump held 35 solo press conferences during his final year in office, and we can expect more of the same from Biden in 2024, despite trailing in the polls as his handlers continue this play not to lose strategy, and that's no way to go into an election year.
Well, Joe, some prominent Democrats are reportedly brushing off his poor polling numbers, say that, look, he's underestimated. I want you to just take a look at this, the polls that we've been referring to. Okay. One poll suggests Biden trails Trump with voters under 35 by 4 points. He trails among Hispanic voters by 5 points. Those are key demographics for his 2020 win. Do you think Biden is actually being underestimated?
Well, the numbers seem to prove otherwise. Remember, when we talk about Biden trailing Trump among young voters or Hispanic voters, he overwhelmingly won those demographics in 2020. So that's a huge shift. But I thought some of the quotes from Democrats defending President Biden were parody from the story that we read. One quote says, "I'm very bullish on President Biden's reelection in 2024. The economy is strong. We've recovered from COVID, and we are once again respected in the world."
What?
We're respected in the world right now? I think the world feels like it's on fire right now, Stu. I mean, under President Biden's watch, Russia invaded Ukraine, the Taliban took back Afghanistan, the time it takes to deliver a pizza. Iran is attacking our military bases and ships on a daily basis through its proxies. China's threatening war with Taiwan. I hear these quotes, and I'm just like, I don't know how you could possibly come to that conclusion.
I wouldn't want to be the guy, whomsoever it is, who in the White House today, when the president comes back in the room, has to deliver the bad news. Bad polling news, bad foreign policy news. I don't think that person, I don't want to be that person. I don't think they've got the nerve to say, Mr. President, you know what? I think time to step aside. That's not going to happen, is it?
Imagine.
Imagine.
Yes, Stu. I mean, you saw one poll out just a couple days ago. 14% of Americans say they're better off financially under President Biden. Yeah, delivering that news will not be fun. And most Democrats, and a majority anyway, do not want him to run again because he isn't exactly getting better with age. So we may be looking at the first one-term Democratic president since Jimmy Carter, and for good reason. And by the way, the Bidens are still on vacation in St. Croix as we speak right now.
True.
Get back to work, Mr. President. I think you've had enough time off.
But as we said, as I said frequently in 2023, I just don't think that President Biden is going to be the candidate in November of this year. And I simply cannot see him being president for another 5 years. Last word to you.
Most Americans feel the way you do, that the 86-year-old version of Joe Biden is not something that makes them feel very comfortable when they look at the 81-year-old version and the way he's conducting himself right now. The question is, who replaces him? And are they running out of time to do this? A lot of questions more than answers right now, Stu, that's for sure.
But, you know, both you and I are really interested in politics. And I think it's going to be a great year. It's going to be fascinating. We're going to have a lot of fun, Joe, and that's a fact.
Every week.
Keep
Morning
smiling.
Company.
Keep
Mondays.
smiling, fella. Keep smiling. Joe Concha, you're all right. See you again real soon.